Good evening, Busy Bees. It is Sunday, December 14th. Here's your evening news rundown in under 5 minutes. So, the Brown University shooting in Providence, Rhode Island, left at least 2 people dead and 9 injured, according to reports. Now, victims' names and survivors' names are being withheld at this time for family notification, and to keep the investigation in a good space where it's not compromised, right? We had Cash Patel give out some details that the Providence Police Department wasn't ready to give out, such as they found him in a Covington, Rhode Island, I guess, motel or hotel. They recovered a couple of weapons, and he's 24 years old. They are investigating whether he had ties to Brown. Some news outlets say no. Providence Police is being very conservative, saying that it's kind of premature to make any of those assumptions, as we're still learning what the motive was. And I like that. Let's give people their respect. Let's make sure we have a solid case that's not compromised by giving too many details too early, such as Cash Patel running off at the mouth. And even the president. We caught him. We did it. We caught him. We did it. It's a little ridiculous that the president, whatever. We already know what we're dealing with there. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar says her son was detained by authorities and asked to provide proof of U.S. citizenship. Omar described the incident as alarming and raises serious concerns about racial profiling. Well, the Supreme Court said they allowed to do that. They allowed you to just stop you. You look foreign. You look ethnic. Are you a citizen? They're just allowed to now do it. And they do it and do it cruelly. And, they're traumatizing young people. They're traumatizing families. A lot of PTSD is going to happen from all of this events and overreach. We're going to have a reckoning. I don't know when, but it needs to happen. I want to talk about the president. So I watched his press conference and statements in terms of gun control. And he says, you guys need to pray. Just pray, 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 pray. And I'm saying pray for what? Prayer and action go together. We're praying for you to do your job. We're praying for you instead of releasing drug dealers from custody. We're praying that, you actually do the right thing. And that's not happening. So then we pray for Congress to step in and do the right thing in terms of your regime, you, RFK, Pete Hegseth, and the like. We're praying for things to happen there, but Congress needs to step in and do their job. It's prayer and action together. I just had to get that out. Investigators released new details on the ongoing probe of the boat bombings. Republican senators just like, okay, we had our hearing, it's over with. It seems okay that these people were just hanging on for dear life on a piece of broken up ship called Flaxum, and I just put together Flaxum and Jetsam from The Little Mermaid. That's another story, but basically a piece of boat that cannot be used for travel or communication, and then we killed them. So no, this needs to be an ongoing investigation, and you pressuring the international court not to prosecute you is a tall tale. Why do you need this benefit if you're doing nothing wrong, and it's all in reference to the sovereignty of the United States? Like, what's the problem here? The problem is it's illegal. It's illegal. They know it, and again, we're waiting for the reckoning to happen. When is it going to happen? Who the hell knows? Who knows any more about anything? I'm at a loss for words. We're waiting for the Epstein files to come as of the 19th of December. That is next week. So I don't know how much erasing of Donald Trump's name they're going to attempt to do, and just call it, investigative or protecting the president who has presidential immunity, even though he did it when he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein, who he says everybody knew this guy. He got around a lot. But yeah, he liked him young. So how do you know that? How do you know he likes him young? ACA subsidies are pretty much gone. It's a done deal. The House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, they're not bringing anything up. The Senate is pretty much defunct as well. So people are going to lose their health care and die. Speaking of dying, there's a massive measles outbreak. And, you know, if only we had something, you know, what is that called? Vaccines. This is your evening news rundown. Like, share, follow, stay smart, stay safe, stay informed. And this is over 5 minutes.